And that wraps up this series. So, just to recap, we went over the kind of the motivation for why reactive programming exists, why functional programming exists, what things do they solve, what issues do they make easier, and we compared and contrasted them to things like procedural programming and object-oriented programming. And then we take a look at a real-world example of how using reactive extensions can make a difficult problem very, very simple. After that, we went and delved into the terminology behind everything. Our subscriptions, our observables, our subjects, our ability to create connectable observables, and our share and our publish and our replay. And then we went on and looked at the important operators. Again, not a super in-depth into each one. Some of them had some overloads that I didn't go over, but the documentation is there. Showed you where that is. And again, the purpose was to give you guys an idea of what it can do, and that's all I can do. Because really, at the end of the day, what you need to do is you need to go out and you need to start applying this to your projects. And you might have a difficult time. In fact, you likely will have a difficult time at first. A paradigm shift is not an easy thing to do. It's almost like relearning programming again. But you're already a programmer. You know that if you work on examples and you work on it and you get better at it, that you will start to understand it. Things will come together. And I hope that this course provided a great overview of where you would use this technology and where to look up more information and what possibilities that this technology allows you to do. So again, I encourage people to go on. Again, stuff like this framework works great with React. The framework, the web framework by Facebook. It works great with Angular 2. It's built into Angular. Well, not built in, but it's a dependency of Angular 2. All of Angular 2's HTTP requests are observables. And guess what? If you're using Angular 2, I would highly recommend you delve more into observables and start to understand how you can use that to your advantage. Furthermore, I know this has all been JavaScript, and I also know that I've encouraged people to go through this course even if they're not intending to write JavaScript. And the reason is because you can go and use reactive extensions with many, many different frameworks. Things will have different names, but that's okay. Practically, it's identical. And so if you are wanting to work on a language like C#, go ahead and pop into C#, learn the differences. There aren't that many, and get going with that. So I hope you guys learned a lot, and I hope that you guys continue to practice this and work on this with your own projects. And until the next course, I will see you all later.